Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Recipe for Adventure. My name is Freebie and with me, as usual, is my dear friend Sai. Sai, say hello.
Greetings, y'all.
That was very Southern American of you. Where did that come from?
Just wanted to keep things, new and unique.
New and unique. Okay, Mr. Special Southern Gunslinger. Actually, did gunslingers talk like that? No, they were more like howdy. Dang it! I can't
I
even
had a
get my
partner.
I can't even do it right anymore. I can't even think of my references correctly anymore. Ugh, terribly. Hmm. Okay, so like with most weeks, I am going to ask you a question, and this
Okay.
question is: do you have any tabletop superstitions? Because you hear about people having their lucky dice or rolling all the bad luck out of their dice and melting other dice to make an example of them. Do you personally have any superstitions when it comes to tabletop?
Ooh. Yeah, like everyone does.
Yeah,
Um,
we're scientific
like,
people, but we're still stupid sometimes.
yeah, no, I half jokingly like to praise Nuffle,
Mm-hmm.
um, who's my Iron Jesus,
Yeah.
my Lady Luck. Nuffles from Blood Bowl,
Yeah, I was about to
if
say
you know.
Blood Bowls is a 40k thing, right? No, not 40k.
Just regular Warhammer, but
Warhammer,
yeah.
right.
But yeah, Nuffles, the god of luck for that. Um, but yeah, like I also do things like I will uh, rotate my dice so that the largest number faces upwards in hopes
Yeah.
of you know coaxing my dice to take that particular facing more often,
Mm-mm-mm.
and or slash hoping that gravity slowly distorts my dice so that they slowly melt and flatten down so that the opposite side of the number I want is slightly larger
That
by nanometers.
there's actually that one is actually not a superstition. That's a thing that can happen on extremely hot days, and a really easy and not a recommended way of loading your dice is by putting them in the microwave for that reason.
Yeah, definitely don't recommend. Um, but yeah, that's kind of like mine.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, just loading the dice up, preparing them for the number I want.
My personal one is a bit more recent. Um, in the campaign I'm playing with Sai now, and he might see where this might be going. It feels like, and I joke about it all the time, it feels like every time I fail a constitution save, I shouldn't use my inspiration points for it because every time I've done it, it feels like it anyways. It feels like every time I've used inspiration points to reroll constitution saves, I would fail. Every single time. I think throughout the entire campaign we're like what, level 13 now? Something like that.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And we've been in this campaign for almost 2 years now, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the number of times I have succeeded a constitution check by re-rolling it with an inspiration point can be counted on like two fingers. It is
Generous today.
right. It's like I'm not usually a superstitious person, but this is statistically unlikely, right?
Yeah.
It's almost a running joke in the campaign now. It's like better not waste your inspiration points today. It's like damn it, it just keeps happening, and I don't know why. But anyways, that's enough of talking about magic that may not exist in real life. Let's talk about magic that definitely exists in the universe of D&D in the theater of our minds. Shall we?
Ooh.
So, we're talking about fish people because they have the phoenix feather. Is that what we called it? Do we literally just called it the phoenix feather, or
We have been referring to it as a phoenix feather, yes.
Okay, unique item. Lake Town. I think it was in the brainstorming. Yeah,
Yeah, and
brainstorming. Yes, Phoenix Feather. It's literally just called the Phoenix Feather. Okay, yeah. So in the quest section, we're down to quest number 4. Next screen is the Phoenix Feather in the hands of Sahuagin Priestess. There is an island with a reef off the coast of Slate Town filled with Sahuagin. What do we want to call this island?
uh, hmm. Uh, uh, Castronopolis.
Castronopolis?
I don't know. I'm just like making words right now.
Sure, sure, sure. You know,
Because like I'm thinking like Casa de something.
mm-mm. I'm gonna put this into Slate Town document itself. Off the coast, uh, just over the horizon, is a small island surrounded by reefs, inhabited by the Suagan fish people. Oh, Suagan fish people. Okay. So the island, Castronopolis. I don't mind that. Castornopolis. Castornopolis is the name of this place. Castronopolis. Nah, feedback suggestion. No. Add to personal dictionary. Castronopolis is the name of this place. And while the inhabitants dislike the people of Slate Town, they tend to keep to themselves. So there's a bit of enmity there, but it's not like declare war, kill anyone who comes by us. It's just like, hey, stay away, we don't want you here, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of imagine the people of Slate Town feel like much the same way, and they don't really have a reason to interact anyways because of all the reefs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the reef is called the let's see. Let's call it the Captain's Grave by the people of Slate Town. And let's see. The Blue Shield by those of Castornopolis. Castronopolis. Actually, that's actually something that I think is very that we should think about when we come up with names for places. It should be said easily by the people who live there. So if I was a fish person, how would I sound like? I would be like
Castronopolis.
Castronopolis. Castronopolis.
Yeah, Castronopolis I think works better.
Castronopolis.
Castronopolis.
Castronopolis. Castronopolis. Yeah, I I like that little touch. Castronopolis. It's a trap. Yeah, so Castronopolis. The Blue Shield. Or yeah. Oh, not the Blue Shield. What about the Rainbow Shield? Because reefs can be very colorful. Alright, so going back to quests, players go to sleep, of course, and they return the goblin from the goblin and getting word from Father Giovanni. They will then return to our shop and go to sleep. They dream of the diva. the one that implored them to come to Slate Town in the first place, and revealed to them. Oh, just burped. Sorry, drinking.
What?
Yeah, drinking a bit of soda. Well, soft drink. I'm Aussie and I still say soda. I don't know why. I'm
That
very
is a bit weird.
Americanized. Um, Feel them to next ingredient when to get. The next ingredient is a phoenix feather in the hands of the Sahuagin priestess. There is an island with a reef off the coast of Slate Down filled with Sahuagin, called Castronopolis. Called Castronopolis. Alright, so the players at this point might get told about Castronopolis. It's not really, nobody likes to go there. But by description, I suppose people do sometimes go there, maybe for trading if they really need to. But like, what do you think? How do you think the players will get to Castronopolis?
I definitely think people will have to get there by boat.
Mm-hmm.
That makes the most sense to me, right? Like travel by boat. Because it depends, right? Depending on how much we want to have the Shogun protect their territory,
Mm-hmm.
you either have to get there by boat, you have to get there by sky, which I don't know
Oh,
how.
potions of
Uh,
flying, many of them.
yeah, and so it's like I feel like boat is like the optimal way, but you would need someone who has like a sort of like free pass.
Mm-mm-mm.
Someone that the Sahagins aren't going to attack on sight for encroaching on their territory.
Mm-mm-mm.
Or, and hear me out,
Oh,
we could do like a long underground tunnel to the island itself.
ooh, not even a tunnel, but like, well, yes, a tunnel, but like a smuggler's tunnel.
Yeah, a long underwater like cave system
Mm-mm.
that leads to the island.
Okay, so we've got a few ways of doing this. Ba, ba, ba. So the players must figure out how to get there. And I'm gonna put, there's gonna be three main ones, but like boat, and there's gonna be a couple categories in the boat. By boat, tunnel, which is secret, so they won't know about it until later. And was there a third way that we were talking about, or is boat the main one?
I think boat's the main one because flying is a bit awkward.
Mm-mm-mm. I mean, obviously, this is D&D. If the players can find a viable way of flying, then whatever, it's fine. Um, Here's the thing. I was just going through the like player's handbook. If the players purchase and crew their own rowboat, the I like this one. It's going to be a secret option that the players can sort of do. The Sahuagin will allow the players through with great humor, uh, laughing at the audacity of the group that uses such a small boat to cross such a treacherous expanse of sea. So I like the idea that they can buy like their own proper boats, but those are extremely expensive, right?
Yeah.
Or they can like buy passage with a proper captain and such like that. But I also like the idea of if they really wanted to and they were really desperate, they could buy like I think, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure like rowboats are cheap as for adventurers. Yeah, they're 50 gold coins,
Yeah.
and they could, in theory, just go there. Um, okay, hang on. So I'm just gonna put in a table. Insert table. and it's just basically gonna be like based on like how you're getting there. This is how many what do you call it? The oh, can I not move the table like a picture? No. It's gonna be a proper pic. Oh, I see what I've got to do. Insert drawing chart image smart chips. Drop down footnote. Ah, dang it, we did it before for the rules of like underwater stuff. I know that in the flooded lighthouse. What?
Well, can you just copy and paste that?
I think so. Yeah. Wait, it's just a table as well. How? I'm so confused right now. Do I have to sort table, set column type, view more actions? Yeah, it won't let me treat it like a picture. Oh, yes it will. Kind of. What is going on here? Do you know anything about Google Drive tables by any chance?
I am not as familiar with Google Drive and
Alright.
how to do things with the tables with them, unfortunately.
This is annoying because I swear there was a way to do it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, screw it. I'll just put a table underneath. Okay, I think I figured it out finally. So in this table, I'm going to list the list of, well, boat types. So a rowboat, being the smallest one, will have multiple, what do you call it? Hang on. Okay, I should probably have a extra column to the right. Why is it doing that? This is very annoying. So boat type, or I can just say boat for this column, and then encounters, random encounters. And this is actually a very cheap way of extending how long a section, like a session is, I guess.
Yeah.
But it works. So the table, insert a row below. Why are you doing this? Okay, there we go. So rowboat, and so let me just check how many boats are in the player's handbook again. We probably won't use every single boat because as much as this is a town, they probably wouldn't have every single boat available for this specific kind of trip. So page 143-ish is where the equipment and stuff to buy is, and I'm gonna go past a few more pages for the vehicles. Here we go. We have a rowboat at the smallest, then a keelboat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to add another row to it. Keelboat. Keelboat is basically a giant rowboat, if I'm not incorrect. And then you have longship and sailing ship. I probably wouldn't have anything bigger than those two, though. Longship. And finally, sailing ship.
I feel like, considering we're going into Sahuagin territory,
Yeah.
we don't want to have anything on the scale like a sailing ship, right?
I would be okay if there was a sailing ship, and you'll see
Well,
why
I
I
mean,
say that.
like the town having sailing ships makes sense, but for
Yes.
going to Castronopolis, I don't think a sailing ship is suitable.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a terrible idea, but I want that to like allow the players to choose that the same way they could choose a rowboat, but it's a bad idea because considering its speed at 1.5 miles per hour, we can always say it'll have like let's just say 7 random, like 5 random encounters, for example. Keelboat
Oh,
is actually also really slow at. It also have 5 random encounters, but we can always say like it's a more comfortable boat, and it's bigger and like less likely to sink. But
yeah.
it is also super slow. A long ship is 3 times faster, so we can say 1d2 encounters, and the sailing ship is a bit slower, so it'll definitely be 2, but is like twice as fast as the rowboat and keelboat, roughly. Yeah, so the long ship would be the fastest. Hang on. In that case, sailing ship, longboat. So the longboat would be the least risky of the two. I mean, of all the boats. So, hey, so which one did you say was going to be a bad idea to use? The long.
Like the sailing ship, like that's a bit too big, right?
Mm-mm-mm.
And if the Sahagins are like, you stay out of our territory, we stay out of yours,
Mm-hmm.
bringing an entirely huge ship could be a bit of a problem.
If the players come in on a sailing ship or any boat larger, then they will immediately be boarded and attacked by the Sahagin Coast Guard.
So what we need to do is work out what these random encounters, as well as the Sahagin Coast Guard, are going to be like, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna quickly Hagen will board the ships and demand answers on why they are visiting. There we go. Okay. So yeah, my ideas. So they can use the rowboat, which is the smallest, but like nobody tells them it's a good or bad idea. Or everybody says it's a bad idea, but like secretly it could be a good idea because the Suagan will laugh them off. Like, look at these crazy people. They
Yeah.
came in on a tiny rowing boat.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, as you say, if they come in a sailing ship, the Suagans will basically see it as an act of war and immediately attack them.
Yeah, it's like, this is way too big. We don't like this.
Yeah. So the random encounters. You know what? We should make a completely new document called the random encounters.
Okay. I'd be up for that.
Okay, wait, hang on. It shouldn't be a Google document. It should be a Google sheet.
That
There
could
we
also
go.
work.
Random encounters. Okay, and we could have several sections. So we could have random encounters at sea on a boat. And it could be roll. And do we want to make this a D100 thing?
So D100s can be like a huge amount of work. How I've liked to do it lately is have like usually 8, like 8 results, and what I do is I will basically scale them according to how difficult they are.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I roll, I'll roll 2d8
Mm-hmm.
and determine 2 creature types,
Ah.
and then roll how much of those creature types will turn up. So, for example, if it's really weak,
Yeah.
then I might roll like a d6 to see if how many of them turn up. But if it's something really strong, I might roll like a d2 or even just be like, there's only ever going to be one of these.
Okay, okay. So
That's how I've liked to do it lately. Because this way you're guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but you're like likely to get a bit of variety in the fight. It could be hard, it could be easy,
mm,
but it's a random encounter, right?
mm.
It's meant to be somewhat random. And if something strong does turn up, then that's its own kind of like, oh dear, here we go.
I mean, they can always run away, I suppose, in those cases.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Also, I'm also of the happenstance that a random encounter shouldn't always be a bad thing.
no, no, you're not. You're right.
So when I roll for a random encounter, I'll often roll like a d20,
Hmm.
and if it's 15 or higher, it's bad. If it's like if it's like 6 to 14, it's nothing. Or like if it's a dangerous situation, I'll make that smaller and make the fight larger. And then if it's like a low number, I might put in something good.
Okay. All right. In that case, type of encounter. So what were those numbers again? So what's one? What's starting at one? One, two.
So I do like 1 to 5
Yep.
good,
Yep.
um, and then I will do like I
Six.
usually do 15 to 20 bad, or like scaled up like more or less depending on how dangerous I feel it is.
So 6 to 14 is nothing, right?
Yeah.
15 to 20 bad. All right. Actually,
How do
do
you feel
you?
about those numbers? You like them? You reckon they could be bigger?
No, I like them. Fine enough. Can you see the board?
Um, can I see the board?
Or more
Random encounters.
specifically, can you see the
Yep.
random?
Sure. Random
Beautiful.
encounters. Let's see on a boat.
Okay, so these would be the, let's just say, good ones, and then we'll put another one over here. Bad. Okay. All right. So for number 8 for bad, this is something I love to do in every single random encounter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Roll twice. Uh, the two results are fighting each other. If you roll 8 again, disregard.
Yeah, that could work pretty good.
I always like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of good encounters are at sea? Because they could be sort of neutral as well, I
Yeah.
suppose.
So like, yeah. For example, find a fisherman
Hmm.
who's just on the way. He's like a friendly fisherman.
Friendly fisherman. Find a friendly fisherman. Okay, nothing to it.
Yeah, who might be willing to share his catch. He could just chat and be like, "Hey, I'll warn you about something." Like, what the fisherman does, it should be up to you. Just like a friendly fisherman.
You see
Um,
Baron von Cleef running across the waves. Just randomly, you see
yeah,
Baron von Cleef. Do we spell it with a C or K?
I believe it's with a K.
Okay. Baron von Cleef running across the waves.
Yeah. So like two might be a random fish flies out of the water and lands in your boat.
Yep, put that in. Put that in. Uh, do we want to specify that it's edible?
Yeah, I think it's fine. It. Most fish should be edible by default.
All right, all right. Just randomly plop right onto the
Mm-hmm.
player's hull. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Random flies out of the water and onto the boat just randomly. Ooh. Players encounter a school of fish. So they can choose to fish them out themselves or whatever,
Yep.
or just avoid them or Doesn't matter what. What are the good things can they encounter? Oh, what's a group of dolphins called?
A pod, I believe.
A
A
pod
pod of dolphins, I
of
think.
dolphins follow the boat for
Yep,
a
a
short
pod.
time. Yeah, a pod of dolphins follow the boat for a short time. Let's see. Ooh, we've got the giant seagull baby hatched at this point, I believe. Is it hatched yet, or?
It would be hatched by this point, I believe.
Let me just see what we wrote down in the goblin hideout. Seagull egg.
Yep. By the time the players are level 3, the egg will hatch.
Yep. Okay.
Became, yep. Baby giant seagull is the giant owl stat block, except at a medium size. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give something for the seagull. A flock of seagulls will pass overhead. And we're still like, even if they get close, this is like their 5th roll on the random encounters table. They'll still like, what's the word? Be getting closer to the island. So this is still relatively inland, enough that the seagulls can be around.
You're traveling between the coast and an island. Seagulls could fly between them easy enough.
Yeah. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the logistics there as much. What are the 2 good things that could happen?
Maybe they find a bit of debris in the water with maybe something drifting on it.
Okay.
Like a bit of debris, and there's like a necklace snagged on it or something.
In that case, let me just check the DMG. Where's the minor treasure table?
That's normally like 25 GP.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if they're lucky, they could just get essentially 25 GP thingamajig, just from doing nothing. I'm just trying to find what the actual item is called. I mean, not item, is the table is called in which page, because I like to...
I believe it is art objects, I think, technically.
Treasure hoard, individual treasure challenge, Okay.
Yeah, art objects is what's referred to as.
Okay. We could do the 10 GP thingies. Oh, no, that's gemstones.
Scroll
here we
down
go. Art
slightly.
objects.
Yeah,
yes, no, I see
down.
it. All right. A bit of debris.
Ooh, the gold locket with a painted portrait inside. That's like the perfect one, right? For a snag on a bit of wood.
Floats by. Oh, I'm okay with the players actually just rolling on that table, to be honest. Like,
that also works.
Like, it's caught on a bit of seaweed. With a bit of treasure on it. Roll on the 25 GP art objects table on page 134 DMG. Hang on, there is a way to do this.
I think it's Alt Enter.
Oh, here we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
Ooh, hang on. I also want to make it so all the letters and numbers are in the middle. How do I do that? Middle line. There we go. And what do we want for number 3?
Done some fish, done some animals. Maybe just something as simple as like you catch a beautiful wave, and you just get to like surf on top of like a good wave for a while.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, hang on.
A good breeze forms behind you.
The winds are with you, are favorable, and push you more quickly to your destination. Reduce travel time by 1 random encounter.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah. Because we've been like in the Slate Town quests, we've determined like travel time is random encounters.
Yep.
So like if this was the rowboat, the winds/waves, I should say then.
Yeah.
Okay, push you more quickly to your destination. Reduce travel time by 1 random encounter. Alright. So, for the bad stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to enjoy this, I think.
This is where we get to pick some creature types.
Or just bad stuff in general. Okay, so what do we want for number 1? More crabs?
More giant crabs.
Yep.
Giant crab attack.
Yes.
Cool. Then yeah, just giant crab attack.
Giant crabs. 1d6 giant crabs. As you enter their feeding grounds.
The giant crabs are like 1/8. They're not like that strong. But
yeah.
just a bunch of them just swarming up on the boat. Oh dear.
Just let's see. Pirates attack.
Oh, some pirates.
Not even attack. Pirates demand. Pirates are spotted and will demand payment if they catch up to the boat.
And I would be like 1 pirate captain and maybe like 4 pirates.
Yeah, and they're like, you can evade them, you can get away from them, but like you do spot them.
Yeah.
Because they'll be flying like the Jolly Roger or something like that. Alright. Yeah, you can't have this sort of thing without pirates.
Like we've only got 2 things, but imagine you come across a bunch of pirates that are getting just swamped by crabs.
Yeah, that's right. You roll 8 and the 2 results are fighting each other. As appropriate. Hang on. As appropriate to DM discretion. That magical phrase again.
Yeah.
I love that phrase. And there's a reason why I'm going to do that. You hit a reef. And your boat springs a leak. That can be number 4, actually, because this is actually a big table/paragraph. Control X. Actually, no, number 5. So I like the idea as you hit a leak, and the pirates turn up, and then the players are like, "Hang on, we can take their boat."
Upgrades, people, upgrade.
Yeah, pretty much. So you can either choose to like try and like block the leak, repair the boat, or like try and get to the island before it sinks completely, that sort of thing. Or in this case, just get a new boat. Okay. So what other encounters should there be?
Maybe something that flies in the sky, like a harpy or a griffin.
Ooh, what's the CR of a griffin?
Griffins are CR2, and I believe the harpy is half that at CR1.
I do like griffins more in this case. 1d2 griffins attack.
Yeah, two griffins. It's going to be tricky, but you should be able to handle it at level 3. Might be might be a bit dangerous. Might need to patch up your wounds afterwards. You should hopefully be fine.
Otherwise, you're fine. Yeah. Ooh, I know. The waves get rougher. Make a DC, like a watercraft check.
Water vehicles check is I believe what it's termed.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
Yep, water vehicles.
Vehicles.
Or vehicles in brackets, water.
Make a vehicle water DC. What do we want to say?
I feeling like a 14.
14 to avoid being thrown off course. Oh, hang on. On a failure, add 2 more random encounters.
Yeah.
So that can be very rough.
And I think we want 2 more fights. That way, when we roll the d8, we've got a good chance of getting battles. Maybe like a couple of small sea serpents, aka giant constrictor snakes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Constrictor snakes, they're like 0.5, aren't they?
The giant constrictor snakes are CR2.
Oh, they're still pretty big. Okay.
Yeah, but like for them, because we know the fact that sea serpents exist in the area. One place hunts them. These would be relatively small, but letting you find a sea serpent would be pretty cool.
You're attacked by a baby sea serpent. Use what is it called? Constrictor?
Giant constrictor snake.
Giant constrictor snake. Stat block, but add a 30-foot swim speed.
I believe they already have a swim speed.
Do they? Oh, I did
Yep,
not know
a
that.
swim speed of 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Stat block. You're attacked by a baby sea serpent. Use giant constrictor snake stat block.
And one more thing to fight.
I'm gonna add a little caveat. If the players have fought a total of 5 baby sea serpents, this encounter is replaced by a fully grown one. After fighting that one, this becomes a neutral space. What do you think about that?
I think that's very cool. I'm not too sure what the adult sea serpent would be like, but
A Leviathan? What's that? Is that a thing? Giant sea serpent? Oh, we'll figure it out some other time.
well, a Leviathan exists. It's just CR20.
Oh, we probably don't want to throw that at them then. No.
Yeah.
Heavens no. We'll think about it later. A fully grown one. Alright, what should we do for number 7?
Number 7. Maybe some Shah? Or maybe some of the Sahagin.
Ooh.
Because like the regular Sahagins are like CR 1/2. So like maybe 4 Sahagins. Like a patrol.
Party.
Or hunting party. Yeah.
Confronts the players and attack them. Maybe not even attack them, just confront them. Confronts the players. Alrighty. So those are the types of the encounters, random good stuff, and random bad stuff. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna do this quickly.
Oh.
Just to make it all fit.
Yep.
And a keelboat. Or sailboat? Do we want to make the pirates use a keelboat or sailboat?
I think a keel. Like we've just won captain in 4 pirates, they'd be smaller scale.
Mm-mm. So it could be an upgrade if the players are just using a rowboat, but otherwise,
Yeah.
well, unless the ship gets damaged, so it'll take them time to get there. Okay, I am gonna put a little note here. Players roll a whatchamacallit vehicle water DC 10 check. Check. On a success, they roll the below table at advantage. If they roll a critical 1, they roll at disadvantage. There we go. I misspelled vehicle.
Put an additional K in there.
Mm-mm-mm.
We're not Mortal Kombat.
No.
We don't need the K.
Yeah. So this way they can essentially choose to they're more likely to get a good encounter every time they roll the water check because they know what to how to steer and such like that. Coastal encounters.
Is a.
We could move that into column B, I think. There we go.
Yeah, I was just gonna see if there was like a merge cell option.
I think there is actually, but just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put it all in the same big giant box.
I named the sheet down below coastal encounters.
Oh, okay, so we're doing it that way.
So we can make another sheet for like maybe forest encounters later on or wherever.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Sure. Alright, I think we did pretty good there for the random encounters.
Numbers can be tweaked if we need to.
Yep, numbers can be tweaked. So we'll have to make a couple of maps with different kind of boats and stuff like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard. But for the time being, I don't know about maps of boats. But I do have a new map.
You do? Ooh.
You made a request.
I did make a... the Rainbow Shield. The Reef. Oh. Ooh, the outer... Damn, that is colorful.
Yeah.
Do we want to add a blue filter over it all?
I could, but that would just start making things a little bit more awkward.
How's that?
This way it's colorful and you can see all the colors clearly.
Uh-huh.
And yes, I could add a water filter over it, but that's just gonna make it harder to see everything clearly.
Let me see if this
and we are going to be properly underwater at the time.
Okay, hang on, let me try something.
Yeah, I can kind of do an albedo.
Okay, hang on, it would not be token, it would be map. Rectangle. Alrighty. Stir. Fans, I swear there's a way to do something here. No, it doesn't let you screw with the transparency, I don't think, does it?
No. If you want, I can try to put together a quick little filter for it.
It doesn't even have to be a filter. It could just be a little box and then with a really low opacity of blue. That's all.
Yeah, that's basically that's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Yes, please do that. If we are gonna put boats in, I would suggest that we make them actual token layer stuff for sure. Let's see, tokens, boat. Oh, boat. There we go. Most of them pretty. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, stuff like this. And a longboat is just a keelboat. Like we can always cheat and just say
Yep. That's level.
token layer. Whee. Just a little crummy rowboat. I love it. I love it so much. And it's so dumb. Oh, where's our little hero? Hang on. My library. Did I not save the cleric? I don't think I saved the cleric. Where are they? Okay, I know they're in the goblin camp somewhere. There we go. And back to the rainbow shield. Paste. There we are. Our nice, wonderful level 3 party. Here we go. And they're on a boat, yo.
There we go. Let me just. Okay. I've made a new version of the map with a little bit of blue coloration.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I can't see it yet.
That's because I'm uploading it now.
Oh, okay. I have contributed slightly.
Yep.
Oh, there's a little shark that I just realized.
Yeah, there's a couple of fish and an eel and the shark. Just to give it a little bit of extra like aquatic life to it.
A little aquatic life, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so let me just.
Oh, yep, I like that. And then you're just gonna put on the map layer. Yep, there we go.
There you go. Does that suit your tastes? Does that fit what you want?
That suits my tastes 100%. Yes.
There you go. A nice underwater version.
Yay!
That ironically took more effort to do than I thought it would, but that's because the UI was being annoying. But yeah, there we go. There's a little, little battle map we can use. If you want to do the boat, yeah, just chuck a boat onto the map.
Yay!
And battle over the waters.
There is something I want to do that I think is going to be very interesting. And this doesn't have to be right now sort of thing. But eventually when we do an underwater section,
yeah,
instead of top down, I want to do it like side scroller style.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of side scroller style levels before. You weren't in the campaign that did that though.
So maybe for the secret tunnel when we eventually do that,
yeah,
this will be a side scrolling map for the encounters.
Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus actually has a side scroller level.
Oh,
a side scroller map.
Mm-mm.
You at one point you enter into a giant flesh mound, and the map is actually designed so that if you go to one edge of the map, you actually come out on the other because it's a giant dome that goes around a center point.
That's pretty cool.
And you basically do the map in 2D style.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I think it would work better here because you'd be underwater in some sections, so there could be a bit of verticality to it.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, I think that's enough for this episode. What do you think?
No, I think this is a good place to stop.
Beautiful. Alright. My name is Freewoods. Thank you for coming, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. And bye-bye.
Ciao.